everyone, it's Misty here. Thank you so much for joining me today. So in this video, I'm going to tackle some tough topics and then we'll talk about my fast. So I have no idea what I'm going to title this video, but I'll probably mention something about losing my dad. So on November the 12th, about 10:30 p.m., I found out via Facebook that my dad was killed in a very horrific accident. He was working under his car and the car slipped off the jack and he was crushed. The coroner said he didn't feel any pain. He said it would be instantaneous. He would have, he wouldn't even be aware that something had happened. So it's been kind of a hard couple of weeks. I think even more so because of COVID, they're in Indiana. There's no traveling to Indiana for me. There's no funeral, there's no real closure. My sister did say that she would send me pictures, but I'm not ready yet. Maybe sometime in the future I'll be ready, but I'm not ready right now. So I had either finished my fast or I was still fasting. I honestly don't remember. But I was really struggling and really fighting the good fight to not derail my progress. I mean, I've made so much progress with my fasting. I mean, I've fasted over, let me see what we got in the last month. In the last month, I'm at, let's do the year. Since the end of October until now, I fasted 510 hours. So I've been doing a lot of fasting and I was trying my hardest not to medicate with food. And that worked until the weekend before Thanksgiving. What weekend was that? Sorry guys, my brain has been... So I lasted a week. So I fasted, so he died on the 12th. I fasted the week of the 16th. And then I took the 21st through the 24th off. I ate road tacos and cheese sticks, which is all I wanted. And I ate them and I started fasting again on Wednesday. So when I started eating, my ketones were at 3 or at 2. I honestly don't remember. But when I restarted my fast, they were at 0.6 or 0.7. So I'm guessing I'm fat adapted or something because it didn't knock me out of ketosis to go 4 days on a carb binge. My blood sugars got in the 300s, which I knew they would. I didn't bother taking any insulin because I knew it wouldn't do anything but give me extra insulin in my body. And I haven't beat myself up for it because I'm grieving. I'm in the middle of grieving a loss, and trying not to have a mental breakdown because this is just one more thing on top of all the things that's happened in 2020 that have just been really rough. So I knew that I needed to fast longer than my 72 hours or 100 hours after that little binge. So I'm on hour 155. This is the Zero app, by the way. I'm on hour 158, if you guys can see that. So I planned a 7-day fast. So technically at 8 p.m. tonight, I can be done fasting, but I think I'm going to extend it. I haven't had any issues with hunger this time. I did have a little rumble in my tummy last night, but I haven't been physically hungry. The last time I did a fast, I only made it 65 hours because I just felt so hungry. But luckily I haven't had that issue. And then my ketones are back up. So I took it last night before I went to bed. I don't know why. I've been testing twice a day some days. They were 2.2, and when I woke up this morning, they were 1.9, and my fasting blood sugar was 145. And I could have jumped for joy if that was something my body could do, because this is the first night, or this was the first fasting number through all of this that wasn't higher than what I went to at bedtime. So last night I went to bed, it was 150, and I woke up this morning, it was lower, it was 145, and that hasn't happened in forever. And if there's a sign that my body is moving from burning glucose to ketones, I think that's it. Because normally my liver would be dumping glucose, So I don't know. I don't know the science behind it. I'm just doing it. And I had a question on Instagram about, what is the point of this? Are you just trying to shock your system? And it's not about shocking my system. It's about starving my body of carbohydrates to get it into ketosis, to help not only lose weight, but to also keep my blood sugars down. I did mess up one day. I bought some electrolytes on Amazon. I knew I shouldn't have bought electrolytes on Amazon, but I got tired of drinking pickle juice and using my keto chow drops. But it had stevia in it, and I thought, okay, I don't really need to do this, but I did it, and it drove my blood sugar up. And I never have a problem with stevia. So I knew, and that probably broke my fast, technically, but I knew that I was just going to keep going. So that's what I've been doing. And it's working. And yesterday was the first day that I felt any kind of energy burst from fasting. And I don't know if it's because I've been doing it so long right now or what, but sorry, I'm drinking water. Or what, I don't know, but I couldn't sleep. I even take a Flexeril every night to help with my muscles and, to help me sleep, and I could not sleep. But I don't feel like I've missed any sleep. Like, I have a ton of energy. I was able to do a lot of filming yesterday. I was able to get a lot of stuff done yesterday, and I know that it's going to be the same way for today. So I'm finally feeling the energy burst. I don't know that I felt any mental clarity. I don't know. I do feel like I'm getting sick. I don't think it's corona, but I think it's just like a cold or whatever for because of the time of year. So I went and saw my rheumatologist, and she said things are looking better. My inflammation markers are starting to slowly come down. I still haven't gotten my continuous glucose monitor. I've been trying since October 21st. I need to call them today once I've done finished filming this video. We had a delay because in the chart notes, for some reason my doctor said I tested once a day. You can't control your blood sugar and only test once a day. Seriously. So I'm like, no, I test sometimes up to 8 times a day. If I eat 3 meals a day, I fast in the morning. So I get one number at fasting, before and after each meal, and then one for bedtime. So they resent that in, and now we're just waiting for the insurance company. So hopefully they will approve it within this calendar year, since I've already met my deductible, which I think they should, because I started this process pretty early. So as far as numbers, when I started this, so the last recorded date or weight I have is from August 17th. And it's a post on Instagram. Obviously, I've deleted the other pictures, but I was at 387 pounds. Today, or yesterday actually, I weighed in at 374 pounds. So since the 17th of August, fasting basically, I've lost 13 pounds. It's not a lot, but it is the scale moving in the right direction. And it probably would have been more if I hadn't taken those 4 days off, but I took them off and I got right back on it. And I mean, again, I just had to take a moment to just let myself grieve and let myself medicate, and then just get back on the horse and keep going. Like I think I mentioned my blood sugars. Yeah. So this morning my ketones were 1.9. My blood sugar was 145. Yeah. So things are moving in the right direction. So like I mentioned, 8 p.m. tonight would technically be the end of this fast, but I think I'm going to extend it. I told Rob, I was like, I don't know when I'm going to stop. It's like, I'll just keep going until I feel like I'm ready to eat. I fasted through Thanksgiving. Everybody's like, you're fasting through Thanksgiving, but we weren't going to have traditional Thanksgiving anyway. In fact, Rob had pizza. He went and got his favorite pizza. If you're in Dallas and you're not keto, it's Two Guys from Italy off of Webb Chapel and 635 has the best pizza you've ever had in your life. It's so good. And so he bought 2 large pizzas and he ate on them for 4 days. And then on Sunday I made him 2 pot roast and I made some zuppa toscana. It's basically sausage and potato soup with Italian sausage, and then I leave out the kale. So he's been eating, and it was a little bit of a struggle, but it's gotten easier. And like I said, last night I felt hunger for the first time, and then I'm using a body lotion from Ulta that's called butter pancake something. Let me go. Buttercream cupcake. And when I very first put it on the other day, I was like, oh, this is a bad idea because it smelled just like something sweet. And last night when I put it on, I swear it smelled like a donut. And I was like, oh my word. It's like, don't wear this when you're fasting, because it's like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be so hungry when I wake up. But I wasn't. I did all right. But yeah, that's it. I'm just trying to put one in front of the other. I'm just trying to keep going as much as I can. I'm trying not to dwell on things that happen. I'm just trying to survive, right? It's like I'm just trying to make it until 2021, as if, January 1st, 2021 is going to be this magic restart button. But it just feels like things are going to happen. We haven't decorated for Christmas. We're not decorating for Christmas. This will be the second year in a row that we're not. Last year was, of course, because of my back surgery. This year, it's just because I don't have the, I just don't want to. And I felt that way before, getting the news of my dad. I just don't want to. I just don't feel like it. We're not going to see anybody on Christmas Day. We're not going to buy each other gifts. There's nobody to buy gifts for and put under the tree. And so I'm like, I don't feel like it. A friend of mine works for Head Start in Dallas, who I used to work for too. And she, normally we had, I say we, because I worked there for a few years, had companies that would sponsor centers and buy all the kids a coat for the holidays. And unfortunately, with COVID, they weren't able, a lot of companies weren't able to sponsor as many children as they normally did. So she reached out and I bought 2 coats for some kiddos for Christmas, and told her to, let me know if she needed me to get her any more. And then I was reminded, I think I mentioned before, a few years ago, I did a huge shopping, buying spree for a family that I adopted. And I would really like to get back there at some point. But that's it, guys. I hope you guys are doing well. If you're in the US, I hope you had a good Thanksgiving. Yeah, I'm just putting one foot in front of the other, not eating, keeping my mind occupied with other things. And yeah, I did do a little bit of retail therapy for Black Friday. It was all planned, but it did happen. So if you're interested in seeing what I bought, make sure you check out my other channel. The link is down below, maybe. If not, I'll try to remember to add it. But if I forget, just, leave a comment and I'll make sure to add it. Yeah, that's it. Thanks so much for joining me. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.